Welcome back to Dinar for Veterans, the channel dedicated to helping patriotic Americans, retirees, service members, and long-term currency holders cut through the noise and focus on facts, preparation, and financial wisdom. If you have been holding Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong for years, then you already understand the emotional roller coaster that comes with this journey. You have heard the rumors, watched the speculation, listened to the promises, and endured endless predictions that never materialized. Yet through all of it, many holders stayed committed because they believed these currencies represented more than just paper. They believed they represented possibility. But today, we need to have a serious and honest conversation. There are countless videos online making explosive claims about overnight wealth, secret banking windows, emergency redemption appointments, and guaranteed exchange rates reaching levels that would instantly turn average holders into millionaires. These stories are designed to trigger emotion, urgency, and hope. They are often wrapped in complicated language about global financial resets, hidden banking systems, asset-backed currencies, and insider contacts. For many people, especially veterans and retirees looking for financial relief after years of sacrifice, those promises can sound incredibly convincing. The problem is that extraordinary financial claims require extraordinary evidence. As of now, there has been no official confirmation from recognized international financial authorities, central banks, or regulated U.S. banking institutions that the Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong are undergoing the kind of massive revaluation being promoted across social media. No major U.S. bank has publicly announced private redemption centers, secret exchange procedures, or guaranteed premium rates for retail currency holders. That is not pessimism. That is simply the reality of the current financial system. Now, that does not mean Iraq and Vietnam are without economic potential. In fact, both nations have experienced major developments over the years that continue to attract investor attention. Iraq remains one of the world's most resource-rich countries with enormous oil reserves and ongoing infrastructure rebuilding efforts. Vietnam has become one of the fastest-growing manufacturing economies in Asia, with increasing global trade influence and expanding industrial capacity. Those are legitimate economic stories worth watching. What separates responsible analysis from dangerous hype is understanding the difference between long-term economic growth and sensational claims of instant wealth. A nation can strengthen economically without its currency suddenly jumping thousands of percentage points in value. Currency markets are influenced by inflation, monetary policy, debt levels, reserves, trade balances, political stability, and international confidence. Real financial change usually happens gradually, not through dramatic overnight events promoted in viral videos. For veterans especially, financial discipline matters. You understand structure, patience, and preparation better than most people. Those qualities are far more valuable than emotional speculation. Many dinar holders entered this investment hoping for an opportunity to finally breathe easier financially, pay off debt, support family members, help their communities, or enjoy retirement without constant stress. There is nothing wrong with hope, but hope should always be balanced with caution and clear thinking. One of the biggest dangers in the dinar community is the constant pressure to act emotionally. Scammers know exactly how to target people who are searching for financial breakthroughs. They create urgency. They claim secret deadlines are approaching. They say banks are quietly preparing behind closed doors. They insist that only certain channels have the real intel. Then eventually they push viewers toward paid memberships, fake exchange groups, questionable dealers, or financial traps designed to separate people from their money. That is why protecting yourself must always come first. If you own foreign currency, store it securely. Keep purchase records if you have them. Verify authenticity through reputable dealers and established financial institutions. Never send your currency to strangers online claiming they can redeem it for special rates. Never share personal banking information with unofficial groups promising private exchanges, and never make major financial decisions based solely on anonymous internet rumors. The truth is that real wealth is rarely built through panic, secrecy, or unrealistic promises. It is usually built through discipline, diversification, patience, education, and risk management. Even if someone believes strongly in the future potential of the Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong, those holdings should still be viewed as speculative investments rather than guaranteed pathways to life-changing riches. That distinction matters because speculation without preparation can become dangerous. Many Americans, including veterans, are carrying financial burdens that have nothing to do with currency investing. Rising living costs, medical expenses, housing pressure, inflation, retirement concerns, and economic uncertainty have created enormous stress across the country. In that environment, the idea of a sudden financial breakthrough becomes emotionally powerful. People want relief. They want justice for years of struggle. They want to believe that patience will finally pay off in a massive way. And to be fair, history does show that currencies can strengthen under the right conditions. Countries can reform their economies. Governments can stabilize inflation. International confidence can improve. But those processes are complex and measured. They do not usually resemble the dramatic flip-the-switch narratives being promoted online. One thing this community should absolutely focus on is financial readiness rather than financial fantasy. If a meaningful currency appreciation ever did occur, would you actually be prepared to handle it responsibly? That is the real question. Too many people focus only on the imagined exchange rate while ignoring what comes after. Wealth management matters, tax planning matters, asset protection matters, emotional discipline matters. Sudden money can disappear just as quickly as it arrives if there is no strategy behind it. That is why Dinar for Veterans is committed to a different approach. We are not here to sell fear or fantasy. We are here to encourage smart preparation and informed thinking. If you are holding currency, approach it calmly. Stay informed through credible financial reporting. Learn how foreign exchange actually works. Understand the role of central banks and international monetary systems. Talk to licensed financial professionals before making life-changing decisions. And most importantly, never allow excitement to override common sense. There is also another important point that often gets overlooked in these conversations. Financial freedom is not just about numbers in a bank account. Many veterans already know that true security comes from stability, purpose, family, health, and peace of mind. Money can improve opportunities, but it does not automatically create wisdom or fulfillment. Some of the most financially successful people in the world still struggle with poor decisions because they never developed the habits needed to sustain wealth. So, if you are part of this community, use this journey as motivation to strengthen your overall financial foundation. Pay down high-interest debt where possible, build emergency savings, study investing, learn about taxes, understand estate planning, protect your identity online, prepare for retirement intelligently. These actions may not sound as exciting as secret redemption centers, but they are the habits that create lasting stability, regardless of what happens with any currency. Another reality that deserves attention is market psychology. Whenever economic uncertainty rises globally, speculative communities often grow larger. People begin searching for alternative opportunities outside traditional systems. That creates fertile ground for misinformation. Social media algorithms reward sensational content because dramatic headlines generate clicks, comments, and emotional reactions. A calm and balanced message rarely spreads as fast as a video claiming that hidden millionaires are about to emerge overnight. But responsible financial thinking requires resisting emotional manipulation. If someone claims banks are secretly exchanging currencies at impossible rates, ask for verifiable evidence. If someone promises guaranteed wealth, ask how that would realistically function within global foreign exchange markets. If someone insists that massive financial changes are happening quietly behind the scenes, ask why no recognized financial authority has publicly documented them. Healthy skepticism is not negativity, it is protection. At the same time, staying realistic does not mean abandoning optimism altogether. Iraq's economy could continue improving. Vietnam's economic influence could continue growing. International trade patterns could evolve. Currency values can change over time. But informed investors understand that patience and realism must exist together. For many veterans watching this channel, the deeper issue is not greed. It is hope. Hope for relief. Hope for dignity after sacrifice. Hope for a better future for children and grandchildren. That is why this conversation matters so much. People deserve honesty, especially communities that have already given so much in service to their country. So here is the bottom line. If you hold Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong, stay calm, stay informed, stay grounded in facts. Do not let emotional hype pressure you into reckless decisions. Protect your finances, your privacy, and your peace of mind. Continue building real-world financial strength while treating speculative investments responsibly. And if meaningful developments ever do occur in the currency markets, you will be in a far stronger position by being prepared mentally, legally, and financially instead of reacting emotionally at the last minute. The future belongs to people who combine hope with discipline. Veterans understand that better than anyone. You know what it means to endure uncertainty, stay mission-focused, and think long-term. Those same principles apply in finance. Here at Dinar for Veterans, our mission is simple. We want to create a trusted community built on realism, preparation, and financial education rather than fear-driven speculation. We will continue monitoring developments involving Iraq, Vietnam, global economics, central bank policy, and international markets. But we will always separate verified information from internet rumor. Because in the end, protecting your future is more important than chasing fantasy. Thank you for being part of this community. Stay smart, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Your greatest asset.